Obviously, every year and every time you make an album, you have different ideas, and the music and the sounds around you evolves too, so you kind of unconsciously are updating yourself. Every time you hear new music, every time you meet new musicians, new people, new composers, new producers, you update yourself constantly.
Andrés Cepeda was born in Bogota, Colombia, the youngest of 5 brothers, and it was just a few years later that he started his musical career. Andrés began playing piano and singing as early as he can remember, and from the get-go he knew where his dreams would be realized. But when he finally found himself as a bona fide hit maker with the success of his early album titled Día tras Día and his later Grammy win for Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album with Lo Mejor que hay en mi vida that Andrés knew his childhood dreams were always meant to be. Well, now the music star brings his amazing talents right here on American Latino TV. Check it out.
¿Cómo olvidar que contigo aprendí?
My name is Andrés Cepeda. I'm from Bogota, Colombia, and I'm a musician and songwriter.
Te voy a amar, hoy tengo lo que me faltaba.
I started my career very early. I was in high school when I formed my first band, which was called Poligamia. And we won this radio contest, and the prize was recording our first single, and this single was going to be promoted by this radio chain. The song became a hit. We were maybe 16, 17 years old, and our careers just got started this way. We kept on with the band for maybe 8 years. We published 4 albums. We broke up. We didn't fight or anything, but we just headed in different directions, you know. Then I began working as a sound engineer, and I found a chance to sing again. Around 1999, 2000, I published my first solo album, which was called Se Morir.
Se morir y salirme siempre con vida.
Then I started a new sound for me, which was very different from the rock pop music I made with Poligamia. This was more oriented, Latin oriented, and had bolero influences and song influences and very romantic and heartbroken themes, which make me feel very comfortable. And I started a new career thinking I could sing these romantic songs and write these romantic songs. And that's been what I've been doing the last maybe almost 15, 20 years. I'm presenting my 13th album right now. This song is called Magia. It's a single from this album. Magia is a song about the magic of first love. The first time you feel butterflies in your stomach, and the first time your knees shake and you realize you're in love with somebody when you thought that was absolutely impossible. No, maybe you are beginning your teens, maybe you're a little bit older, but it's an event that marks us forever.
Con tus ojos siento magia, es tan fuerte y se contagia.
It's been a long way. I've been exploring different sounds in all these different albums. I've been through pop, through bolero, ballads, but mainly trying to sing romantic songs. I really enjoyed doing that. Being on stage, I think that's the most exciting part. It's very nice, it's very emotional, it's a great experience, and you go very deep in yourself when you write. And when you produce, you go to the details and you take care of every single thing. It's perfectly as you can imagine it. But being on stage is different. You don't have so much control over things, and that makes it more exciting, you know. And I think every little child who wants to be a singer or an artist has this dream of being on stage, no? And I can fulfill that anytime I have the chance, so I really enjoy it. I have a very good time on stage. I love it. Obviously, every year and every time you make an album, you have different ideas, and the music and the sounds around you evolves too, so you kind of unconsciously are updating yourself. Every time you hear new music, every time you meet new musicians, new people, new composers, new producers, you update yourself constantly. And I think that's the best part of the process, to look back and to recognize those changes and those shifts and those turns you make in your career, because they define what you have learned, and that justifies all the things you do.